one.
அனைவரையும் காலை வணக்கம். Distinguished brothers and sisters, I would like to take some of your time to talk to you about the Mauritian economy and our development path, and within opportunities for trade and business. It is a story of how we have been able to make the most of what we have and how good governance can go a long way in achieving set objectives. We were, as most of you would know, a British colony prior to our independence and a monocrop economy based on sugarcane. A tropical country constantly at risk from adverse weather conditions, and this was not going to be a sustainable development strategy. But after independence, we successfully negotiated preferential access to the European Union, which allowed windfall gains from exports of sugar to be reinvested into the manufacturing sector, especially textile, and that was the beginning of a successful diversification of the economy. We opened our economy for investors, and our people successfully learned the tricks of the trade to set up their own manufacturing plants. The sustained success of our export processing zones allowed us to develop the right framework to attract tourists into Mauritius and develop a thriving tourism industry. Our diversification strategy was up and running. In the 1990s, we gambled on the development of the financial services sector, in particular offshore activities, to create yet another pillar, the financial services sector. And since the early 2000s, growth is being driven by ICT and BPO activities. We have strong institutions, political stability, and of course, preferential access to markets that have allowed us to develop new sectors without reducing the importance of the previous ones. Today, our per capita income is around $9,600 US. Compared to in 1960 or 68 at independence, it was only $400. But we are ambitious. We want to become a high-income economy. For the present, we are in the upper middle income economy. So we want to be in the area of the high-income economy with increased income to improve the standard of living of our inhabitants. We are re-engineering our economy to welcome talents and success stories like those you have been speaking about here, and non-resident Mauritians can also join to help fulfill our agenda. Excuse me. Despite our small size, we can offer to businesses significant opportunities. That's because we are ideally situated at the crossroads of India and Africa. Our location is the platform of choice to structure investments for the African region. We are embarking ourselves on an Africa strategy which aims at positioning Mauritius as the preferred platform for multinational companies to structure their investments into Africa. We can be to Africa what London is to the European Union, what Hong Kong and Singapore are for Asia. We are consolidating our credentials as an international financial center of good repute because we believe in Africa. As part of the SADC and the COMESA regional economic communities, we have preferential access to a vast consumer base of nearly 400 million consumers. And I would encourage all of you to make optimum use of the facilities we have and bring your businesses to the next level. We are also developing special economic zones across Africa. And we are inviting companies all over the world to set up their operations in them. So far, government-to-government agreements have been signed with Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Madagascar. Additionally, we have uncharted and unexplored waters spanning 2.3 million square kilometers. That is more than 1,100 times the size of Mauritius. With the assistance of the World Bank, we are adopting the right strategies to unleash the full potential of what the ocean economy offers. These range from the exploration and exploitation of marine resources, port-related activities, including bunkering, dry docking, ship chandling, cruise tourism, seafood-related activities and aquaculture, marine-related services, marine biotechnology, and marine renewables. Economic development in Mauritius is facilitated by a stable macroeconomic environment, a conducive business environment, prudent policy decisions, and openness to competition. The rule of law has been enforced effectively within a framework of transparency and accountability. Most importantly, we are a place where it is good to work and live, offering a kind of certainty to investors that they would find in few other countries. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also setting the scene for an innovation-led growth model, preparing the blueprints of an intelligent and resilient economy where skills and ideas are valued and where businesses will flourish. The opportunities for investment in Mauritius are vast as we consolidate our existing sectors, set up new areas of activities, and pursue our outward-looking strategy. I am certain that the Tamil diaspora worldwide can have an even more important role in fulfilling them. The network we have developed over the years is impressive, and by working together, we can find avenues of collaboration that will be mutually beneficial. And I hope with these ideas, I have stoked your interest to explore our shores as a prelude to conquer our frontiers, and I'm looking forward to having you in Mauritius very soon. But to conclude, I would like to brief you on the cultural life of the Tamil people in Mauritius. We celebrated recently the 183rd anniversary of the arrival of indentured laborers in Mauritius. Here in South Africa, it was 157th. So we had it 26 years earlier. But it was not in 1834 that the first Indians came to Mauritius. That was during the British period. Tamils from Tamil Nadu, from Pondicherry, came to Mauritius during the French period as artisans and masons, and they helped build our capital city, Port Louis. So since then, our ancestors have contributed immensely to the development of the country. And in so doing, we have, at the same time, kept alive our culture, our religion. In the small island of Mauritius, we have nearly 125 kovils. In the time of our ancestors, they were built in very simple, low-level stone structures, but now we have the splendid Dravidian Gopuram studding across the country. We have a number of cultural associations. We celebrate all the religious festivals, Mahashivaratri, Kavadi, Purittasi Govindan Pusai, Saraswati Pusai, Deepavali, Kartikei Deepam, and of course Pongal, Varshapirappu. The government gives all its support to promote cultures for all the language groups, Telugu, Marathi, Urdu, of course Hindi. We have the Mahatma Gandhi Institute, the Indira Gandhi for Cultural Center, the Cultural Center. We have this Swami Vivekananda Center, the Rabindranath Tagore Institute. In 1983, we celebrated, and I was very active in that celebration of the 100th anniversary of Subramanya Bharati. And on that occasion, an auditorium at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute was given the name Subramanya Bharati Hall. We have also an eye hospital bearing the name of Subramanya Bharati. So the Tamil is quite present in Mauritius. The language is taught in primary schools. It is in the official curriculum, in the secondary schools, and at tertiary level. Government has set up a Tamil-speaking union, a Tamil Cultural Center Trust to help organize cultural activities. Over the recent years, many of our young people have gone to study music and dance, and now we can proudly say we have professionals in Mauritius in Carnatic music and dance. So rest assured that we are Tamils at heart, and we are giving Tamil language and Tamil culture and Saivam the importance that we have to give. We have organized a number of international conferences. We have an association called the INTAD, which is the International Tamil Diaspora Association. And you must have known ex-Minister of Education, Armugam Pasuraman, is a very active person in the promotion of the Tamil cause. Well, it has been a great pleasure for me to have attended this conference. I've been very happy to have met so many of you from Tamil Nadu, from Britain, from America, from Singapore, from Malaysia. And I will take very fond memories of my stay here in Durban. I would like to thank Mr. Sampat, especially, and Mr. Logi Naidu for their organization and for their hospitality. Now, I would like you to have a look at a clip prepared by the Board Investment to promote Mauritius as a place to do business.